Well, I was teaching at the school, and we were getting publicity worldwide because this was the first obstacle course, marine obstacle course, ever built in the public school system. And we had NBC, CBS, ABC come out, and I loved it. I thought, wow, this is great. But I thought to myself, it wasn't fulfilling me only. I liked it, but it wasn't fulfilling me. And I said, because I was not giving God the glory like I should be giving him the glory, and take these opportunities. And that's when I said, I will. I'm going to take these opportunities. I'm going to witness every publicity that comes along. We're going to have some type of a witness if we can. Well, I was ready to leave because God gives you a lot of glimpses of where he's going to take you, and where he's taking you from will never satisfy you again. So I was going, and I left Knock High School, and I went to Butler. They had hired me to develop a program using the physical to get to the mental. These were the worst kids in the school district. And I had them in a class all day long, and I said, how can I do this? What can I do for you, Lord, with this? And he said, have a Bible study. And I says, oh, that's right, I could have a Bible study, but you can't do that in a public school. Remember now, these people, the kids that were in my class, their parents signed them into this program. We were allowed to do whatever we wanted with them. So I says, I got to use the more physical. How can I do it? So I saw an outward bound school. Outward bound school is they call it experiential education. You're using the physical, like mountain climbing, rappelling, canoeing, all the different things that are in the wilderness to build yourself and find out that you're better than you think you are. So I asked the school district, can I go on one? They said, sure, you can. And they paid for it and everything. So I went to the North Cascade Mountains in Winthrop, Washington, so that I could learn what experiential education is. We flew in on a plane, a small plane, and Winthrop was a very, very tiny town. And they picked us up, the people from the Outward Bound picked us up in the van, took us to the low country, where there's trees yet, but still snow, but not real deep. So once we got there, they took us and did some of the most unusual things I've ever had done, but they worked. And I said, I got to do this with the kids. One was we had to put a blindfold over our head. They actually tied it here. They handed us a case, and they said, that's your tent, put it up. So we had to put that tent up. And I says, it took us about 3 hours to do. It was something. We finally got it up, and they said, great. And they even, for this, they even flew in 3 instructors from England with this. And they only take about 10 people, too, at a time. And we, after the blindfold, they took a big bull rope, and they had raging river coming down from the mountains with the all cold water from the glaciers. So put the rope in the water. We had to take all our clothes off except our underwear, jump in the water, hold on to the rope, and walk down in that freezing cold water. Once we got into the water and then pulled ourselves out of the water, we just started, steam was coming off us because that's how cold that water was in our warm body. And I was pretty comfortable. It was really nice. We finally got dressed, and they said, you did a wonderful job. He said, we're going to start climbing a mountain. I'm going to show you how to do your belts for climbing. So we studied those for, probably half a morning. They took us to an area where there were some cliffs. This one cliff where I got put at was 175 foot down. I never did it before. This was off a sheer cliff. They put me in the ropes, and the guy's looking at me, he says, you ready to go? I said, no. And my feet were going back and forth like this. I thought I was dancing. And I finally went down. Once I got 2 steps down, I said, oh, is this nice? Can I do this again? He says, yeah, sure. So I went the whole way down, 175 foot, hold on. I was in double belay, too. And when I get down at the bottom, I said, good, where's the path to get up? He says, it's where you came down. It took me 2 hours to climb a 175-foot cliff. Once I got up, I says, oh my gosh, give me a little break, you know. But those are the kind of things, I found out that I was better than I thought I was. I didn't think I'd do anything like that. And so I feel like I will never settle for less the rest of my life. And I said, I want to get that into those kids so they can find out who they are, and they're unwilling to settle for less the rest of their lives.